Guys have had a good week of practice. They're a good football team, and our guys understand that. And I mentioned before D'Amico, who actually I had an opportunity for him to play for me in Philadelphia. Has done a great job down there, and he was a great player, and he's transitioned that right into being a great coach. So, anyways, we look forward to that challenge of playing them. Any questions?
What's your favorite part about this time of year, in the prep and all that?
Yeah, I think you start limiting. You're one of the few standing, first of all, and so the preparation, you've got to really take care of business there. The error margin is tiny, and so you got to make sure that you play well, coach well, the whole works, which is great. I mean, we're in this to challenge ourselves. No better time than now. Yeah.
Andy, what's the type of mentality you want your team to play with on Saturday?
Yeah, so it's always physical football, and you want to eliminate mistakes, make sure that you stay accurate, and then play hard. So then you let the chips fall where they may.
Kind of speaking of Ryan, what does it mean to you that McDermott, Harbaugh, and all you guys are what are left in the AFC at this point?
Yeah, I was fortunate to have some good guys, so and there are other ones too, but I mean these guys have done a great job, and my hat goes off to them. Proud of them for sure. Yeah.
How antsy do you think some of the guys are to play just after the bye week, and then for some of them just the extended time off?
Yeah, listen, they look forward to it. I mean, the Texans likewise. I mean, you get to this time of the year, it's an honor to be at the playing at this time. So, energy is normally sky high with guys. So.
Watson and Hardman were on injured reserve, working their way back. Do you anticipate either player activated?
Yeah, I'm gonna get with Veach, and we'll figure all that out. But, so, probably more Watson than McCall right now, but we'll see how it goes.
You also mentioned you're going to be rotating at left tackle this week with Joe and with DJ. Did you see enough to make a decision yet for Saturday?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I've taken it this far. I'm gonna get with the coaches and just make sure, what they want and where we're at with that. But they've both been in there, so they've both been in there and done a nice job. It's great. That's a positive thing. So,
you mentioned getting with the coaches. How much of a role do you have Patrick in that? That's just as far as what he's comfortable with and what he'd like.
Yeah, listen, he likes both guys, so he trusts those guys, and that's where he's at. But I always keep that in mind for sure.
Andy, just to clarify with Jalen Watson, he is going to play?
Well, I'm going to see, but I tell you, he's closer probably than the McCall situation.
If he comes back on Saturday and plays, what do you, and nothing against the other guys, but what have you been missing without him?
Watson, you're saying? Yeah. Well, he's worked tremendously hard to get himself to this point, first of all. And we'll just see how that goes as far as the game reps and all that. But he sure has worked hard to get himself even to this point right here. So.
Last one, Matt.
Coach, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like on Saturday? What's your message to the fans that'll be out there?
Yeah. It's always electric, and even more so during the playoffs. So we love playing here, love our fans. We'll put them up against anybody. So we appreciate all the support always. So they've helped us get to that home record that we've got, and we appreciate that. All right, I got one last thing. Doggone it. You're retiring on me, man. Oh, doggone. But listen, 32 years, and this is what you get right here, dude.
That's all?
No, that's not all. But for right now, congratulations, though. Right. Enjoy every minute. Right. We also have a cheeseburger bar for all of you, but in tribute to Adam. All right, so I'm literally going to treat you to a cheeseburger.
I'll take care of it. I'll handle that.
All right, man. You've done a great job.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Good. You want to get up here and give a speech?
Is this my last game, though?
We gotta get a
No, well, I don't know about that one, but you could get up here though, and
We gotta get a picture. Come on up, Al.
it's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Good.
Good
All
luck
right.
Saturday.
Yep.
The Houston Texans are back in the divisional round for the season-straight postseason, and the Kansas City Chiefs begin their quest for the first Super Bowl three-peat in NFL history. It's been a while since we've seen Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs as they rested some starters in the regular season finale after clinching the number 1 seed and home field advantage in the AFC. Before the Week 18 game against the Denver Broncos, Kansas City had won the last 6 regular season games with victories over 3 playoff teams during that span, including against Houston. In the Week 16 matchup between the Texans and Chiefs, Kansas City managed to win with Mahomes dealing with a sprained ankle. While Houston saw one of its playmakers, Tank Dell, go down with a season-ending torn ACL injury, the Texans' journey to the finish line of the 2024 season was not convincing after losing 31-2 on Christmas Day to the Baltimore Ravens, drawing questions as to whether Houston could be a serious contender come January. Fortunately, Houston won the AFC South title prior to the embarrassing defeat to host a playoff game. Houston answered the call in the wild card weekend game against the Los Angeles Chargers. C.J. Stroud and the Texans scored 23 consecutive points to secure a 32-12 win behind a defense that forced Justin Herbert to throw 4 interceptions, the last time these teams met in the playoffs. Houston had a strong start, leading 24-0 in the 2019 divisional round. But Mahomes and the Chiefs rallied back to take a 28-24 edge at halftime. Kansas City won the memorable game, 51-31, went on to win Super Bowl 54 and start a dynasty. Here are 3 things to watch for when the Texans visit the Chiefs in Saturday's playoff game. 1. Can the Chiefs' offense get to a quick start? Saturday will mark 24 days since we've seen Patrick Mahomes play an NFL game. Mahomes is in familiar territory, having taken long breaks after clinching the number 1 seed 4 times in his career. In the Mahomes era, the Chiefs are 4-0 and average 32.8 points per game in the divisional round after a first-round bye. If Kansas City wants to be near that winning formula after averaging 22.6 points per game and failing to score more than 31 points in the 2024 regular season, it will need contributions from Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown and 2024 first-round pick Xavier Worthy. Mahomes had a subpar performance in Week 16 versus Houston, 28 of 41 passing, 260 yards, 1 passing touchdown, including 33 rushing yards and a score, but he did enough to get the team's 14th win of the season. Houston didn't allow Kelce to have a big game, 5 catches for 30 yards. However, Worthy did damage with his 11 targets, catching 7 of them for 65 yards and a TD. The Chiefs have played in many tight contests this season, and the 24-day layoff could factor into a slow start for the reigning champs. But Mahomes is in his stomping ground in Arrowhead, and Kansas City knows the 2-time MVP can win in the cold weather. 2. This could be C.J. Stroud's legacy game. Even though Stroud's stats are not close to his stellar rookie campaign, the 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year has made the most of what he's got. In the wild-card game against the Chargers, Stroud and the offense's first 5 possessions were a fumble, 3 punts and an interception. A slow start in a rowdy Arrowhead Stadium won't be any good for a second-year QB. Stroud will need to rely on Pro Bowlers Joe Mixon and Nico Collins if the Texans want to pull off an upset on the road. The RBWR duo made Texans history on Wild Card Weekend, with Mixon becoming the second player with 100-plus rushing yards in a playoff game, and Collins set a franchise postseason record with 122 receiving yards. When Stroud targeted Collins, the QB had a perfect passer rating compared to a 62.1 rating when he was targeting all other players,